I'm Mary Green and this is John Green, my brother, and we are the great-grandchildren of John Redmond and the great-grandniece and great-grandnephew of William Redmond.
This year we're marking the centenary of the death of your relative Willie Redmond. What does that mean to you?
Well, Willie Redmond's death in 1917 created a great sensation at the time. There were messages from the great and good, the King, Queen of England, the Pope. We're very pleased to see that Willie Redmond's death and the symbolic nature of his death, in that he was fighting in the 16th Irish Division, the Nationalist Catholic Division, side by side at Messines with the 36th Ulster Division, the Protestant Unionist Division. When he was wounded, he was attended to on the battlefield by a stretcher bearer from the 36th Ulster Division, John Meek, who was himself wounded and subsequently got the military medal for gallantry. And so we've been very pleased that that symbolic union, for want of a better word, of a Catholic nationalist and a Protestant unionist is now being used as a symbol for reconciliation in Ireland 100 years after the event.
There's a perception out there that Willie Redmond is buried apart from the other British soldiers because his family objected to the way the rebels were treated in the Easter Rising. Is this correct?
Absolutely not correct. He's buried apart from the other soldiers that were killed at the request of his wife. He was initially buried in the grounds of the hospice where he died in Loca, and his widow asked that his body not be moved. So there was not a political significance in where he's buried.
Mary, what does it mean to be a great-grandchild of John Redmond?
I feel extremely proud to be his great-granddaughter. I feel it's a wonderful thing to be descended from someone who was such an honourable and fundamentally decent man who gave up his life for Ireland and who had a very great achievement getting the Home Rule Bill on the statute book. So I think it's also very interesting now to see over the years how things have changed. And certainly when we were growing up, and certainly when I was a student at Trinity for 6 years studying medicine, I never would have thought to mention John Redmond or my relationship to him. And now the whole perception of what he did has changed, and it seems like he's no longer written out of history. And the only sadness I have about that is that my father and uncle didn't live to see that change. This is a photograph of my great-grandfather John Redmond with Queen Mary and King George, and it's really lovely for the family to have this. We were given it by Peter Leppard, who was writing a thesis on John Redmond, and he found a film showing this and gave us a still from the film. So here we are in our downstairs bathroom, and I'm surrounded by 7 cartoons which are from Punch, which show various aspects of John Redmond's political career. The one I think that I like the most is this one that shows him with Herbert Asquith, and that's a particular interest because one of our friends, Jerry Asquith, is the great-grandson of Herbert Asquith, and he lives just a few roads away from us here and is a Liberal Democrat councillor. This is the Legion of Honour that was awarded to William Redmond for his part in the Battle of Messines. It was awarded to him on the 21st of June, 2 weeks after his death. And this is very special for the family.
The lady here is Joanna Redmond, John Redmond's daughter, or one of John Redmond's 2 daughters. And the 2 babies are her twin sons, Max Green and Redmond Green. So they are the grandsons of John Redmond, and Max Green is my father. This was taken when they were 1 year old, so it's sometime in 1914. In 1922, Joanna Redmond's husband, Max Green, was killed in Stephen's Green, shot by a fleeing bank robber. So Joanna Redmond had then lost her husband, her father John Redmond, her uncle Willie Redmond, her sister Esther Redmond, John Redmond's other daughter, all in the space of some 5-6 years. And the family legend is that she died of a broken heart after all those bereavements. two twin boys, my father and my uncle, were orphaned at the age of 9 and were brought up by relatives. They had no father and no mother.